Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Jacob Silverblade, and today we're doing a different video in the fact that we're actually doing a video on Haarken World Claimer. There's a couple of things about this. I don't particularly see many people doing the Haarken World Claimer out there, and in all fairness, that's because he's perceived at least as a very bad warlord. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this guy is now breaking the bank and he's super amazing and all that stuff, but I think he's a tad bit better than people give him credit for. There we go. And that's probably because they're not quite building him in the right way, and I'll explain why. Basically, we need to think about, what does he do? What does Haarken World Claimer do? He does two things. He does blast and then strike. These are both effects that you have to attack to get the benefit from. This is his talent, by the way. So to actually benefit from this, you need to attack. That requires, with 35 HP, you have to be, going for aggro, that sort of thing. Punching face, trading damage, and then hopefully getting lethal afterwards. How does his ability then help with that aggro? Well, it prevents other units from existing on the board with the Blast 2, and it also buffs up your units you actually have on the board. Might seem contradictory, but we're building around it. And we're building around it by having very, very low cost troops all the way throughout. Not going for anything expensive, using the ability to buff them up, whilst using the blast to clear out the board as well, to ideally receive the benefits of both worlds of his hero power. Because his generic hero power, most people using it as basically having blast 2 for 2 energy. I want to be utilizing both effects, getting the Mark of Chaos, the Dark Pact, and the blast 2 as well. That's what we're trying to go for. So we've gone for a very low curve, very low to the ground aggro deck, with anything costing 5 or more being a game finisher, as I put it as. Something which is going to allow me to win the game. That is the point of this deck. And I think that suits Haarken World Claimer over basically any other warlord. You could go Xyla Hexcorn, but I think he's not going to be consistent, unlike Haarken World Claimer, which is going to be far more consistent with that. So what we got? So we got 3 different troops for 2 energy, so having 6 troops overall in this deck. We've got the Chaos Legionary, we got the Galaran's Disciple, and then we also got Chaos Sergeant. Chaos Sergeant, you always take Marker Tzeentch, there's no question over this. Marker Tzeentch is the +2 health and camouflage effect. So he's basically a 2-1 with 4 life. That's how you need to see it. This guy's a 2-2 with 3 life, which is all very important. And then this is a 1-1 with 3 life. The idea is you give these guys a buff so they have extra life. And then with Haarken World Claimer, whilst dealing with the opponent's board, or you just play them on 2 energy as a tempo drop if the opponent doesn't have anything on board. End result is that with this, you're able to pressure the opponent with the Dark Pacts and stuff, particularly with the Chaos Legionary. This is a must-have card, by the way. It allows you to get the Dark Pacts, gets the buffs going, able to do damage to face. So important. This enables that sort of best of all worlds sort of scenario. You also have the Chaos Spawn as well as a low drop. This isn't really to receive the buffs, but in a pinch could use the the Dark Pact of Sinesh or Khorne. They're able to do that face damage, they're able to clear a troop or something like that. So that's the point of the low cost stuff. Trader's Hate, seen in all other decks as well, no exception here. Very good board clear, but it's also very good as a trade, just dealing damage to face as well. Yes, you take 2 damage yourself, but I don't really care about that. So long as they're taking damage, then I see that as a win. Dark Oratory, not maybe seen as the most aggro piece, but I think it's just too good not to include. I think for 2 energy, just giving things Dark Packs, particularly multiple things as well, particularly with a particular card like Spawndom later on, when I'm talking about later on, it's just too important, too good of a card not to include, and since it's so low in cost, it ends up being worthwhile. Now when I get into the 3 energy costs, there's 5 3 energy cost tier troops. Got 2 Noise Marines, 2 Possessed Marines of Galaran's Champion. Galaran's Champion is just too good not to leave at home. It's because of his talent ability. If he lives, he's able to use that to remove any sort of tempo they end up generating basically for free energy. And that means they typically have to remove this, and if they have to remove this, well, often they use their warlord to attack into it, and if they're using their warlord to attack into it, their warlord is taking 3 damage, which is brilliant, as that means, you know, that's just more face damage. So it's just too good of a valuable piece, and then just creating 3 value pieces just gives you another option. There's no downside to that. There's not massive upside, particularly in this aggro deck, but I'm not complaining about it either. We've got Noise Marines, which is like this guy, but he gets increased stats and stuff, and on next turn if he somehow lives, you know, attack your warlord again, and it's actually an out of 6 attack, so he becomes really, really scary. They have to remove him. And the Possessed Marine, necessary removal, please. Flank, absolutely amazing, very good. Talking about Spawn Done from earlier, this is already just such an amazing card. It's a board clear, but it's also, you can send as a board clear like just into one target if need be. It combines really, really well with Dark Oratory as well. It's such a important and very useful card for what we're trying to achieve here. And then finally, Hosts of Chaos. Even when it gets to the later game, you kind of need this card to just somewhat keep up tempo, keep cards going. It's such a load curve deck. Some card draw is just necessary to be able to keep this thing sort of chain of events going. And if in doubt, if you use it on free energy, it's not the worst worst thing in the world. You still have 18 troops, so you're probably going to get an Abaddon's Chosen in your hand, and that is quite a useful buff piece, particularly later on. It just for 1 energy, just get that extra damage in. It's very nice for that. And then we got 5 more troops inside the 4 energy section. Got 2 Warp Talents. These guys are really, really crucial with their 6 attack and stealth ability. It just means that it enables that go face potential that you don't see with other things, and it's very, very strong. Possessed Champion, very useful as well. This guy just is able to clear out things with the strike ability to gain Dark Pact. It's very, very nice removal piece. And then the Chosen. This guy, 9 out of 10 times, is a 4/4 with 6 life from Camouflage. Don't pretend to try and go Sinesh. Yes, Sinesh. Don't try and go Nurgle and try to get that healing and try to utilize that. It's a mistake. Always go for Tzeentch. Always go for the Camouflage. It is the most powerful. The only time is when you go Khorne, and the Khorne enables Vanguard, and that just might give you enough time for your Warlord to live against some sort of big scary threat to be able to punch them in the face and claim lethal. It's just an emergency situation when you do that, but majority of the time you're looking at Mark of Tzeentch. Just don't even question it. Next up, we need to be talking about a couple of things. Demonic Pact. This card is so crucial. Gives your warlord invulnerable just until your next turn. Gives you that extra turn of just living. It's so useful. It's probably just worthwhile for 4 energy within that itself. But just also give vulnerable 2 to enemy troops. Just turns your warlord into a blast 4, which is partly why we actually have Galaron's Disciple, is because it turns your warlords into a sort of a blast 3. It's one of those things, giving vulnerable is actually kind of useful with that blast effect. It might make you think we go idolatrous spoilers, but this is far too so you can't be doing that. It's just so useful, and with their invulnerability as well, it just ends up becoming a perfect card. And then finally, to sort of like our finishes, just to finish the opponent off, Drachnien. You just need 2 turns of this of attacking opponent's face. That's 12 damage. It's too much to say no. You take Drachnien. It makes you such a scary threat. It makes you legitimately go from just this attacking piece to sort of like deal with your opponent's stuff with your, with your blast and then buff piece into actually I am attacking you to deal damage. It's very useful. And then also talking about Helldrake Strike, it's an aggro piece, it's a removal tool, well, I wanted to say there was a third thing as well, but those are the 2 things really. It's an aggro piece, it's a removal tool. It's so bloody good for that purpose. And these are the exact 2 things that we kind of want. We want removal on their Vanguard troops so you can punch and deal more damage to their face, and we want to deal damage to their face. So, you know, it's a win-win. All in all, this is my best take on Haarken World Claimer and how I would personally want to play with them. There are a couple of things you could consider. For example, you got the Bringer of Decay and you got the Venom Crawler, which is typically seen in a lot of Chaos Space Marine decks. Simply put it, the best way to explain it is they're just too slow. let's take Bringer of the Decay, because I think it's like better example. For 7 energy, in theory, you could use Haarken World Claimer's talent, then play down the Bringer of Decay, and then afterwards you could attack. You would in theory then do 3 damage to 3 different targets, killing like 3 troops, give this Bringer of Decay a buff, so potentially Marco Zinch, potentially making him a 7 life with camouflage, and then giving this vulnerable effect, and then you've just dealt with 3 troops. The problem is that is 7 energy. It is far too late by that point to make it worthwhile, in my opinion. I think it's just too slow, and I think, yeah, 3 damage to face is nice, but it's also 8. So I think it's just far too slow at that point to be trying to go for that. And then Venom Crawler, we don't have many stratagems, particularly things that combine with Venom Crawler to make it a real scary threat. We're not doing it that crazily. We only have our hero power. We don't have things like Murderous Desires, because at the end of the day, we don't have those big units to try and get like strike off. We got the Warp Talon, but that's pretty much it. And we can't reliably draw Warp Talon all the time. So we can't be going for Murderous Desires, and then hence we can't be going for Venom Crawler, because we don't really have anything to synergize with it massively. We're not getting crazy value out of this, unlike other decks where we're able to get buff this troop by a whole bunch and then attack with it with Murderous Desires. This is not that kind of deck. We don't have that capability because we're going for generic aggro. So hence, we need to be doing something different. We can't be running that card. And then finally, we're good to talk about Legacy of Vengeance and Malicious Volleys. Malicious Volleys, I just personally think isn't that good. It just doesn't. If it stunned the Emily Warlord, I would take it, but it doesn't. And so hence, I do not use this card. Legacy of Vengeance, on the other hand, is a good card, and I think would see play, yeah, particularly in a go wide meta. If Scarabs was a major problem, if I'm trying to think now. If orcs, like go wide orcs, still a thing, I won't lie. But if they become particularly prevalent again, that this Legacy of Vengeance you could definitely see play in that. Probably getting rid of maybe something like this Chaos Spawn or something like that. There's definitely place for this. I can't quite justify it right now to have Legacy of Vengeance, but there definitely are times when Legacy of Vengeance becomes worthwhile and becomes a good enough card. And having Legacy of Vengeance might justify something like, because we do have Draconian Murderous Desires at the end of the day, so that your Warlord can go face. All in all, I think Haarken World Claimer is a very fun Warlord. I very much do enjoy it. That aggro potential, don't expect it to perform miracles, but we'll show you what it can do now. Haarken. Okay, we keep Traitor's Hate here. I think we keep Draconian too. I think we get rid of Mark Pact. Shame. We don't really have something to buff this with, even though it would be very nice, I reckon.
In time you will rot, but I will still be here.
Everything must die in the end.
Nice. I didn't know they had interaction. That's cool. Okay, we've got a Noise Marine. I think we do just go aggro. I have disabled bots, haven't I? Yes, I have.
Enemy position.
Ooh. Do we... I think we do play this here. That is our only tempo drops. We have to play them. The only downside is removing this remnant. I think I have to because unfortunately he's just not going to get his stats. Because we're not taking damage on our Warlord.
Target acquired.
No, because you've got 5, so you can attack there and you can do all sorts. So I think here we go like this. Okay, then we do the damage. And then we do Trader's Hate. Oh dear.
I am dead.
Don't really have a second attack for that. Now when I have to play... Could just play you instead. So in principle, yeah, I think we play you instead. And you're meant to go for that. Then this. So now he's taking 1 damage. You cannot die to... Well, you couldn't die to this guy. And now he will die to this, and then I can hero power move and then remnant, whatever. I think that's my best play. Or we could Dracnian. We'll see. See what he does. But I do think I want this removed permanently. Now we're not going to be Dracnianing here. That's for another time. Let's move that. Okay. Gives it Vanguard. Oh no, you reanimates. Now, do I Helldrake or Dracnian here? Because I would rather remove these remnants. I think I Helldrake Strike. Oh, come on. No, I can do this. And I can get rid of one of the remnants. And to be frankly honest, I'd rather move that one.
You face my undying legions.
I don't think we're killing that guy, to be frankly honest. And kind of pointless, but whatever. That makes sense. Do I Helldrake Strike here? Yeah, I think I do. Then what else could I do? I could spawn them this. That'll be 6 damage. Last 2, we'll need to get like a damage buff to be able to kill it. Basically.
We cannot wait any longer.
And then I guess I can play Garon's Disciple. Can save on Helldrake Strike. I think Helldrake Strike's not a guaranteed kill. I will have to do 4 damage, which means I have 50-50 shot because it has to be 5. Oh no, I have to get 4. To be able to do. Oh no, yes, because I only do 5 damage from a Dracnian. So I think we take the Spawned play instead. Ah, shame. I think we do it anyway.
Praise Galaron, beloved in the eyes of the gods.
But he's not gonna actually die. Oh no, not Tomb World. Yeah, he's gonna get that guy back. I think we do this first. Yeah, we trade us hate.
Clearly, I need to go back in time and make adjustments.
Calgar. Dracnian is very important. I think how Drake Strike is as well. Being frankly honest, the only thing I want to get rid of is potentially Spawndom here. Chaos Spawn, not Spawndom. Yeah, let's get rid of Chaos Spawn. Okay, that's not too bad. Same again, we don't have anything to combine, particularly with Hellfire Torch about the other one, so we take Hellfire Torch because it's more reliable.
Damnation!
Warriors of Ultramar, courage and honor!
There's an argument here to say I just do nothing. Depends how aggro he's going. And the whole bag. Wait for Dracnian. And then we can start murdering him. I think we do this. No, shame.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Okay, what do we play? I'm thinking Chaos Sergeant. Could go Noise Marine, but I think because I'm able to buff up with that. Still don't have to use this anyway. That hasn't changed. Let's get this out of the way.
Any longer.
I think we do this. Oh yeah, Marcus is an age.
With all due haste.
I think that's alright by me. Yeah, he's got only 2 life. We can work with that. Now we go this guy here.
Such sweet cacophony. They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Interesting. Ah, I'm Victor Warsuit.
Nowhere we fear to tread.
No, I think we have to do this. Despite the 5 damage. It's just too much of a tempo play. I guess, like it's just gonna mean so much more damage later on in the game. Using Helldrake was also very unreliable there.
There is nowhere we fear to tread.
I think we do Helldrake now. We could have done that and that. We're using this now. Hopefully, he doesn't have Assault Doctrine. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh.
My armor is infused with the Emperor's will.
That's a big guy. It's a very big guy. Yeah. We're gonna have to use this, I say.
I soothe the dark gods.
If he hits, shoots there. Ah, shame. Yeah, we really couldn't take 7 damage there. Oh, Kato Sicarius.
Stay our wrath.
The Bayonet. I read at the beginning of the game the wrong thing, I think. Oh no, he also traded. I think, what do we do? What do? We definitely, I think we go spawn them. We can get you to be 4 attack. That'd be so risky to go this guy and then hope for the ping here. But then we could, in theory, go this guy, go for the ping there, get the attack in, Hell Spear, punch face. But I think that's way too risky. As I say, I don't really want to take 7 damage. No, I don't want to take 7 damage.
I live in your nightmares.
Oh no, this, obviously. Manage your shield, yep.
For courage and
Oh no.
honor.
Does he punch me? Or does he punch my spawndom? I don't want to take 4 damage either. No, he punches me. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. How do I get around this one? Not well. I can tell you that much. You don't get around it well. The only thing I can really do here is I can go
Follow me to victory.
Mark of Horn. And give you the mark spawn as well. So as I said, don't want to attack here because the point blank shot can kill me. Anything can kill me right now. And I guess we go Warp Talon here.
I strike from the warp.
I don't know. Could have gone these two instead. Okay, he's fetching. Spider Retribution. It's not quite. Death from above. There you go. GG. Abaddon. I think this is pretty good here, to be honest. Do we go for Hellfire Outburst? Do we reckon we're more aggro than him in that way? You know what? For a bit of fun.
Prepare for the coming of damnation.
From the eye of terror we shall bring no mercy.
I think you can hear the birds in the background. Oh dear. Ah, that's quite annoying. He's able to remove that quite comfortably. But at least I forced his counterattack out of him. Let's hope for a 2 energy drop. No. So, to be honest here, I think we just go for this, and then we give extra life.
Nightmares.
Yeah, he's just in a trade.
In your nightmares.
Come on, we just need any sort of like... There we go.
Follow me to victory.
And do we just play you just for tempo drop? Oh no, spawn dumb exists, so we don't do that.
Wither and die.
We definitely Draconian here. I think I'm gonna have to take the 5, aren't I? Do I take the 5? No, because you can't get it, so I have to take the 5. At least, or 6. It's 6. Shame. What do we do? I mean, if I attack here, basically with melee attack, it's going to be a draw, isn't it? So I want to get a win, so I have to range attack here. So I think we play Chosen. Give it so and so. I actually think we go as many guys as possible.
The dark gods.
Yes, of course. The double trigger. Oh, it's a draw then.
You proved stronger than I anticipated.
I am the herald of the apocalypse, and you will listen.
No, he's not known for playing down troops, so we get rid of execution here. No, that's a... We're playing into Titus's hands there. Do we go for any of these? No, we go for Aerial Clash. And the reason why we go for Aerial Clash is because he often wants to use his ability, so he ends up acquiring cards. And then he ends up getting into actually a bit of a state where he can't use his hero ability anymore.
Bury these accursed heretics!
But strangely enough, I think we don't even do anything on the first turn because we don't have the best of cards here. And we don't want to be taking that extra damage. Because if we attacked him, he could heal up and then attack us with a melee attack, so... Okay. Now that he hasn't done anything, I do think we attack. Because he's not able to... Because of what he's done. He's not able to, heal up and melee attack us anyway, so... With his hero power. Yep, I expected the Outriders, to be honest. Now, for him to be able to deal with this guy, he needs to have Devastator Doctrine. He can deal with it if he's got it, but he's got to have it. Wonder what he's thinking. Land Speeder. Interesting. Huh. Do I have to use my Warp Talon to kill the Land Speeder, or can I do something different? If I get lucky, in theory I don't have to. In theory. But realistically, it's no. Yeah, very realistically. Yes, I really do want to go face with that. By getting lucky, what I mean is we can use Haarken World as a spear. Attack there, give this guy a buff. That could be a range attack buff. Range attack does that. It's a 25% chance. It is not good odds. If I had one more energy, I could play this and that would do it. But no, I don't have one more energy. So we do this. And I don't think we play Spawn. Oh, actually. No, because then he just goes there. No. I was wondering if we put it like in between here. But then no, it doesn't do anything. It just range attacks to spawn them. I guess he can't kill this guy if he gets something, but...
Your defiance will end under Ultramar's steel.
Do I just Helldrake Strike here? I think we do. Nice. That's another Helldrake Strike, which is very nice. And we punch him in the face. He still has his hero power. Oh yeah, I must have done maximum damage to that blade guard.
For courage and honor!
Go for blast, yep. To be honest with you, I think do we go for another Helldrake strike? Do we? Good. I could spawn them here. I could go, wait, go this, spawn them, that, spawn them. And then...
We cannot wait any longer.
You know, the two spawn them can do all this, so we can play you, we can play spawn them, and then we can go dark after so and so, and hopefully this goes face, or actually no. We go here, and I think we just keep the pressure on.
None shall stand in our way.
Oh, yep, there. He does not get any healing though, which I think is good for me. Can I kill him? I can kill him with a lucky Helldrake strike. 50-50 it is actually. No, he will die to Trader's Hate, so we... or just my hero power. Yep, we got it.
Death is the luxury of mortals.
So there we have it. This is Haarken World Claimer. Just to prove to you, these are the last 4 games I had. The Orphan Finder, Minus Scour, Abaddon Spider, and Lith F10 Titus. I've been playing quite a few games of Haarken, doing semi-well. It's, you know, it's not smooth sailing at all, but it's decent, and it did get me up to 2,689, which is where we are right now. It's a decent deck. I really do enjoy it, and you probably can't be pushing top 50 with Haarken World Claimer, but I reckon you might be able to get to 3k with Haarken World Claimer actually. And more importantly, he's a lot of fun, and he plays differently to all the other warlords. This is a different deck. This is not the same deck as all the other chaos decks, which is just trying to all kind of do the same thing. This is different. He's a lot of fun. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoy, and see you next time.